If I would describe Pandemonium in one sentence, I would say it's like a mix of Crash Bandicoot, Sonic, and Super Mario 64. But don't let the graphics of the PlayStation 1 fool you, because this is a game that still holds up really well. Pandemonium is a 1996 platform video game developed by Toys for Bob and published by Crystal Dynamics for the PlayStation, Sega Saturn, Windows, N-Gage, and for the mobile and iOS. In this game you play as Fargus, a joker, and Nikki, a sorceress, who unwittingly casts a spell that destroys the town that they are from. And the goal of the game is to reach the wishing engine, where they can wish the town back to normal. And in this game you can choose which character you want to be. You can be the Joker Fargus, whose his ability is to smack the enemies, and Nikki's the sorceress ability is to double jump. So you have to strategically pick the characters for each level that you go through. Personally, I didn't own this game, but a classmate of mine had one on the PlayStation 1, and I remember I was really mind blown about it when we played it together. So I never owned it by myself, but eventually I did a few years after, when the N-Gage came out. So I bought the N-Gage version that wasn't the same, because it was missing the music, and I think the music is a very important aspect of this game too. So I would recommend to play the PlayStation 1 title if you want the whole Pandemonium experience. So I tried the game now recently and went through the whole game. Spent some hours, maybe 4 hours before I finished it. And I will say that it still holds up really well. It's definitely a classic. And I remember that not many people own this game, of the ones that I knew that had a PlayStation 1. So to me this was such a hidden gem for the PlayStation 1. Yeah, and I think the game holds up really well still. There's very interesting levels that are quite challenging, some of them, as you pass on through the game. And the characters, I don't know, I always seemed like the Jester or the Joker seemed like a very unlikable character. I liked, of both of them, I liked more the female protagonist, where she had the double jump. Weirdly enough, I don't know, it gives you huge freedom to surpass the level. And yeah, level design is, I think it's still top notch. The only thing that annoys me a little bit is the controls, at least how you control the character. Sometimes there could be some gaps that you try to step on, but then you fall just right through it. I don't know if it's just my game, but I had some glitches when I played it. But other than that, it was just a smaller issue. And I think the boss fights were really cool too. A lot of challenges there too. So it's very typical in the form of as a platforming game in itself. It's a very typical traditional game where you have to learn the patterns of the levels before you pass on. What I didn't mention earlier is that the two characters, they have special moves, but there's also this how you call it, mutual weapon that the Jester and this female can have. There is this pink weapon where you can blow magic, pink magic, at your enemies. It's sort of like a fireball, and it's pretty useful when you have it. So it makes it a little bit easier to get through the levels. Yeah, and as I said, the characters, the enemies are really funny, and they are also very challenging. There's some interesting animations, and also kind of the programming of the enemies that I thought I was really fresh at the time, very fresh for a platforming game. And playing it now, my main focus was to play through the game without being blinded with the nostalgia factor. and just see how the quality of the game itself works. So, in conclusion, I will give this game a 7 out of 10. It's definitely a classic on the PS1 library, and if you don't have it in your collection, so this is a game you should have, and it's really entertaining. It's really fun, and it's a different way to play a platformer. I think it's very unique, and you don't get the same like type of experience in other games as Pandemonium. It's unique, so you should definitely try Pandemonium. So thanks for watching, guys. So if you have another game that you want me to try out, just hit me up in the comment section, and I will try to try them out for my next video. So thanks for watching, and take care.